So for those who know me, or have heard Andrew rip on me for it, you know I'm very indecisive about some things. Movies are some of those things. So putting together a best of decade list wasn't easy. My number 3 pick was especially tricky. I'm not even confident in my pick as I record this, especially since 2014 was such a deep year for movies. I'm still wrestling with how unbelievable Gone Girl and Whiplash were. But in such a stellar year for those movies, for now, I'm going with its Best Picture winner, Birdman, as my number 3 of the decade and favorite from that year. So yes, we're talking about Birdman. That movie where the entire thing looks like one take. A more than impressive feat from writer-director Alejandro González Iñárritu, in which he won a terrific trio of Oscars for Best Original Screenplay, Best Director, and Best Picture. He pulled off what was seemingly impossible, and he didn't just pull it off, he kinda damn nailed it. It is a little jarring to watch at first, I'll admit, but once you settle into the fast-paced style of it, you realize how excellently written the story and characters are. First of all, he cast Michael Keaton as Regan Thompson, a former superhero movie star struggling to stay relevant 15 to 20 years later. Tell me that's not awesome casting. Then he gets Edward Norton to play Mike Shiner, the well-regarded but difficult to work with actor who's completely committed to his craft no matter what. Both are genius picks because they have to play dramatized versions of who they loosely are in real life. Both were nominated for this movie too.
Might have said that.
Yeah, you look. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you get your wings in your fucking bird suit, man?
Following them for her first Oscar nomination is Emma Stone, who plays Keaton's daughter, Sam. Now, it's honestly a little hard to pick a favorite scene in a movie with seemingly no cuts, but Emma Stone's powerful monologue, where she shows her dad his true colors and forces him to take a look at himself, is a real strong contender. This is also the start of where the movie really begins to take a deep dive into each character until they're virtually stripped away to their core characteristics and what makes them tick in a very raw and on-the-nose way. But aside from an expertly written character drama that feels like a play, which it does mostly take place on one single theater set, it's about Keaton's character writing and directing and starring in said play, and it gives us, the viewers, a real intense sense of how insane it is to put together a full functioning and successful play like this. The amount of fires to be put out and problems to juggle is honestly just exhausting to watch. In arguably the deepest year of the decade, Birdman flies high as quite the cinematic achievement on all fronts, from writing and directing, to acting, to the score. Oh, the jazzy score is so good. The sets, obviously the game-changing editing and cinematography, it's just a marvel to watch. Oh, and then it gets better, ready? Iñárritu directed The Revenant right after this, back to back, and then won Best Director at the Academy Awards again, 2 years in a row. He's such a maniac, but honestly, thank goodness for him. Here's hoping he makes the 2020s just as exciting as the 2010s.